saying that you'd already gotten a good start or maybe even finished P4, and that is great. There is just this one problem left, so we'll take care of that and then we'll move into P5. Okay, we are going to do this problem two ways, okay? We're going to do this problem with our calculator and by hand. So we're going to do it by hand first. And then I'm going to show you, in case you already know, you probably already know, but I'm going to show you how to do some what we call regression on our calculator. Okay, so you read the problem, you see the data table. This is like a T-chart written sideways. So we have a bunch of ordered pairs given to us in this table. They tell us these are the X's and these are the Y's. So does that make sense to you that that's how the data is presented? Write a linear equation, so we're going to write the equation of a line for the spending in terms of, so Y in terms of X, using these 2 points. Now, you understand that if I actually plotted all of these points, that they would be like jagged around like that, something like that, if I actually plotted them. Yeah. So there is no line that's going to fit all of those perfectly. So they're asking us to write the equation of a line through just the first 2. Okay, so what do we do first? We did this yesterday, you know what to do, what do you do? I know it's hot, I know you're hungry, but we have to know how to write the equation of a line. Find the slope. So the slope is 6.3 minus 5.9 over 1999 minus 1998. Is that just 0.4? Okay, and then what? Pick a point. They're both not kind of yucky, actually. I'll just pick that one. So Y minus 5.9 equals 0.4, X minus 1998. Do we all remember that from yesterday? We're writing the equation of a line. This happens to be the point slope form. You can use whatever form you want. This is how I'm always going to write my equations. Okay, now it says Y in terms of X. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and get Y equals. That's what Y in terms of X means. So I'll do the distributive with some help. And add the 5.9. And this is what I came up with. What do you think? Does that look okay? So that's part A of the question, right here. All this is part A. Here's my line. Now what does part B say? Use the equation to estimate expenditures in 2002. Now I know I can look at my chart and get that data, but I want the predicted value. What would my equation tell me about 2002? What would I do? Plug in 2002 for which one? Which one is the year? X. So I'm going to plug in 2002 for X, and if I do that, 0.4 times 2002 minus 793, what do I get? I got 7.5. Okay. Now I can look at the data table and see the actual value at 2002, and it was 7.4. So we're in the ballpark, not exact, because we talked about all these points aren't on the same line. So does it make sense to you? They told me to use these 2 points. What if I had to use these 2 points? Would I get the same line? Oh no, I get a different one, right? So your job as a statistician would be to find the line that fits the data points the best. It's called the line of best fit. And when I was your age, you had to do that by hand, and it's not fun. You guys get to use your calculator. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's get our calculators out. And starting Monday, if you do not have a calculator, graphing calculator that's functioning, you'll have to rent one, right? Because when we do a calculator exercise, we all need to have a calculator. And when I say you rent it, you actually rent it. It's 50 cents a period, okay? Now, put your name on the board, and eventually you'll pay me 50 cents if you have to rent one. So just make sure you have one. If you don't have one and don't want to buy one, it's okay. Come after school and check one out from me. That's free. That's free. Just take responsibility, okay? All right, here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. Everybody turn it on, right? We got that part done. Now, if you go to your stat button, the button that actually says stat on it, everybody find it? When you press it, the first thing you see is options across the top. Those are your various menus. When we are starting the problem, we're putting the data in, okay? That's edit, so press enter. Now, do you have L1, L2, and L3? I don't know how many L's you got there. Mine have stuff in them because I've been using my calculator. Do any of yours have stuff in there already? Okay, here's how an easy way to clear it out. Let's be clear. You can manually clear the items out. You can delete, you can do that. Or you can type right over them. That's okay too. Or it's real easy to delete them. Use your arrow buttons. Arrow up until L1 is highlighted. Okay? As soon as L1 is highlighted, hit clear and then enter. And those numbers will disappear. Then go up and highlight L2, hit clear and enter. And now your columns are empty. Who signed that? Spencer? Okay, thank you. Okay, we good? All right, now we're gonna put our stuff in. L1 is gonna be your X's. L2 is gonna be your Y's. So just start entering data. L1 is all your X's. L2 is all your Y's. Got it? As soon as you get all the numbers in, press, and you hit enter. So after that last number you put in, you hit enter. Then you're gonna do second quit. Second quit is how you get out of a menu. So when you pressed a special button, like stat or matrix or something, and you want to get out of that menu, you just press second quit. And that will take you back to your home screen. Right here. Everybody's after you hit enter, it's that last one, it's second quit. Quit. Not mode. Regular mode. Quit. Okay. All right, do we have all of our data in? Back at home screen now, because we gotta get out of there. If you stay in edit mode, everything you type is gonna go into L1 or L2, and you don't want anything else there. So you press second quit, right there in the top row. Now, go back to stat. And remember, you have that menu across the top. You used edit to put data in or change data. That's what you do in edit. We now want to do something with that data, so we're going to go over to calc. And now there's a ton of options there. They have asked us to write the equation of a line. So you're going to find, you're going to go down. For me, it's option 4. I think it is for everybody. It says linreg. That's linear regression. We're going to write a line. Now, right under that is quadratic reg. That would be if you were going to write a quadratic equation, but we don't want that. They tell us what we're going to do regression. Okay? So we're going to go down to that and press enter. If you have one of these newer calculators, these, you're just going to arrow all the way down to where it says calculate and hit enter. So you're just going to arrow all the way down. If you have one like mine, in this case, this won't always be the case, just press enter. And you should see at the top it says y equals ax plus b. And then it tells you that A is 0.374 and B is negative 741.909. Is that what you got for your A and B?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at that when we go to lunch. I'll take a look at it, okay? Now, this is the line that best approximates all these random data points. Is it relatively close to the line we got when we used the first 2 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close, not perfect, but it's in the ballpark anyway. But that's how you would find the line of best fit for a set of data, okay? We'll go over that again at some point. I just want to get you exposed to it. And Sydney, I'll fix yours and we'll figure out what you're doing wrong there.
If you had to graph that, could you find a way to graph it?
Yes, you can. We're not gonna talk about it right now, but you absolutely can.
Mine says error as well.
Okay, so I will talk about that individually. We got stuff we gotta do here. All right, here we go. Good thing we have our calculators out, because now we're gonna solve some graphically. Did we do this the other day? We did not? Okay. We're going to P5.
So P4 Tuesday.
On Tuesday. And now we're going to P5, which is kind of a big section, but it's fun and interesting. So here we go. We're going to get a couple more of these down before we go to lunch. So we're going to solve graphically with our calculator. Okay? So now, this is not statistics. We're not going to do what we just did. We're going to do something totally different. So, just so we're all looking at the same thing, would everybody press zoom? See where my finger is? Zoom. And 6. Zoom 6.
Like go down this
If you can either go down to 6 or just press 6. It'll take you there if you just press it. Okay? Now, what do you see? I hope you see an axis system. Does anybody have any graph on their axis system? Okay, we'll take care of that in a second. But everybody sees an axis system, whether it's got other stuff or not. Okay? Now, go to y equals, right here. Y equals, see where my finger is? Very first button on the calculator, y equals. If you had something on your calculator, you have an equation there. Get clear. All right, so you shouldn't have anything. It should just say y1, y2, y3. It shouldn't have anything showing. All right, now we're going to type in our equation. Do you remember how to do this from last year? How do I type in that equation? First of all, make sure you're using your variable button. Right here, next to alpha, right next to alpha, is your variable button. What does that button say on it? X, T, theta, okay? That's going to be your variable button. We're operating in X and Y right now, so we're going to use X. When you press it, it's going to say X. Press it. It says X. Now we need to square that. So just hit your square button here. Hit your square button. So now it should say x squared. And then plus 7x. This should be working for you guys. We're doing something totally different.
It is working.
Okay. Plus 7x minus 3. Remember, every time you put x, you're using this button right here. Okay? That way it won't be calling something by memory. Alright, so everybody got it? Alright, let's hit graph. Just hit graph, your graph button. Right over here's your graph button. See it right there in the top row? And there's your parabola. Now, don't get excited. Oh, Mrs. Ford, I don't see the whole picture. No one cares because, I don't see this right down here. We are solving. And when we solve, this is what we're interested in. We're interested in where we cross the x-axis. Those are called the x-intercepts, right? The other name for those points, these are called the zeros. So, when we go to find them on our calculator, here's what we do. I know you've done this before. We press second trace. When you use the second button, then you start using the blue labels. So I know the button says trace, but we're actually in calc now. So second trace. Everybody got that list of options there? What's number 2?
0.
Oh my, what are we looking for? 0. So there you go. Go down to 0 and hit enter. Now the calculator is going to talk to you. It is going to tell you what to do. Do you remember this? We say, what is your left bound? We can only find one of these 2 points at a time. We gotta find them both, we're gonna do it at a time. So let's do this one first. Do you see a cursor flashing? It's probably like right here. Do you see a cursor flashing on your screen? You need to move that cursor, just use your arrow buttons. Go left, 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 all the way to here. Somewhere over here. When it says left bound, it means make that cursor on the left side of the point you're looking for. So here's the point I'm looking for. This is on the left side of that. And press enter.
Does it matter what?
No, move to the left. If you have a new calculator, you should see a line appear. If you have an old calculator like mine, you see this appear. Okay, what does it say now?
Right, so right now.
Okay, so now you're gonna use your arrow buttons and you're gonna move that cursor so it's over here somewhere. To the right of that point. Now don't go clear over here, guys. It'll get confused because you have a point over here. So we're gonna just come over here somewhere, anywhere over here, and press enter. Even if you can't see the cursor, it doesn't matter. Press enter and that line will come in, right? Or that arrow will come in, depending on what kind of calculator you have. Now what does it say?
Yes.
What's your guess? Well, I don't know. Let's move that cursor close to that point. You're not going to get right on it, and that's okay. Just get it over here close to it. I think, my guess is it's around this area. Press enter, and it will tell you where it is. What does it say?
Negative 7.4.
Give me 3 decimal places. Negative 7.4.
0.
0.5.
Right? Alright, well, I'm not even gonna do it. Anybody agree with that? Okay, good. Now guess what? You get to repeat for this one. So you start all over again. Second trace 0. This time, since that's the point you're doing, your left bound, I'll do it in pink here. Your left bound's gonna be over here somewhere. And your right bound's gonna be here somewhere. Your guess is gonna be about right there, and you're gonna hit enter. So let's see what you come up with for that one. Step nine. You don't want to clear anything, you just want to start over. Second trace. 0. Left bound. Right bound. Yes. And what did you come up with for that one?
0.4051.
0.4051. So the two answers to the problem, again, I'm assuming you know what you're doing, you're giving me the right numbers here. The two answers to the problem are right there. Okay? So on that bit of excitement, we're going to go to lunch. I need you back in your seat. I'm going to lock the classroom, so take what you need with you. I need you back in your seat at 12:30. So go potty, fill up your water bottle, do what you need to do. So we're back in our seats at 12:30. Kelsey, why do you have your phone with you? No excuses. It's in your first rodeo.